The amount of misinformation that came out during Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton was just completely insane. While you had major political figures using it for their own political gain, you had other people on TikTok and YouTube spreading a whole bunch of conspiracy theories ranging from weather modification, like cloud seeding, to devil worship in political figures like Kamala Harris and Biden doing some devil worship. Hello everyone, it's Jay, and today I want to talk about the crazy conspiracy theories that came out of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Before I continue on with the video, there has been a lot of deaths to come out of these two hurricanes. This video serves as a purpose to inform people about how bad it is to have misinformation and how deadly it can be. So if you happen to like my content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you think about these crazy conspiracy theories, and let's get into the video. Now, it is no secret that climate change is very, very real. I mean, I'm a fellow Texan, and in Texas, they are doing more fracking than ever, which is causing a whole bunch of earthquakes to happen more often than usual. But when you have conspiracy theorists like Mark Dice and Alex Jones spreading misinformation, then it gets out of hand on what is true and what is not. Now, if you don't know who either of these conspiracy theorists are, way back in the day, Mark Dice was one of the forefronts of the Illuminati conspiracy theories. He would talk about Project Bluebeam or Illuminati members, but now his content has changed to bash on Democratic politicians. Alex Jones was a famous talk show host who spread misinformation about the Sandy Hook shooting, which caused him to owe about $1 billion in a settlement in court. Throughout time, these conspiracy theorists have spread so much information to the point that it ended up on TikTok, and now you have multiple creators creating content that relies solely on bringing fear to people who already have fear. And while it is a good way to get a lot of views and to get a lot of engagement, it is not a good way to present safety and a good way whenever natural disasters happen for people to actually listen to their local governments.
A mass exodus, frantic, the fearful flocking, the wise with them. No gas, all brakes.
The spread of misinformation has gone on to influence major political figures like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Donald Trump.
Republican Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is now like a big mover and shaker of the Republican Party, is promoting a bizarre conspiracy theory about a mysterious they, you can imagine who that is, controlling the weather, suggesting that they are sending hurricanes to Republican areas to impact the election. Like someone is sitting at some computer somewhere pressing hurricane.
Why are these people in power? I don't understand. Her statements that she made on X spread so far that you had Charlemagne of the Breakfast Club talking about it as well.
Over 8th goes to the bleached, blonde, bad-built, bush-bodied Congresswoman from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes, the mayonnaise is heavy with this one. Oh, a human jar of Hellmann's is upon us. It's safe to say Marjorie Taylor Greene is about as moony as a Batman villain, right? I mean, she would be a platinum member at Arkham Asylum, correct? Well, today, Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting the credit she deserves for being stupid because she just refuses to deal with reality.
I mean, call me crazy, but I'm literally not the only person that's talking about the crazy rhetoric that she spread on X. Whenever you have major figures with speaking power actually discussing how misinformed she has become. The crazy misinformation also spread to Sleepy Joe whenever he had to denounce the crazy conspiracy theories on television.
Those who have been spreading these lies to try to undermine the opposition are going to pay a price for it.
And it just blows my mind that this has gotten so far into society that we can't trust our local governments or our governments in general over some conspiracy theories. And now some of the conspiracy theories post these two hurricanes that are coming out is that it was all for a corporate scheme. It was all because corporate wanted a whole bunch of money. You know, from gas stations to your local grocery grocery store. To me, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense because a hurricane is a natural disaster. Don't you think that would hurt the corporate business model? I'm not a big person to get on TikTok. I don't scroll through TikTok all that often, but for this video, I really wanted to scour TikTok to see how fast the misinformation would pop up on my feed. Lo and behold, it didn't take very long. Now, luckily, the misinformation trend has kind of died down, and YouTube or TikTok actually hid the misinformation in the algorithm. I figured we would take a look at the video that really popped the hell off on Hurricane Milton and the assumptions that cloud seeding was going on over some flights.
What in the world is NOAA doing here? I've never seen this type of flight pattern. Now, obviously, we know that it's there for the hurricane, which in less than 30 hours will become officially a Category 4 with 140 mile per hour wind. And then 12 hours from there, work its way up to 140.
I've had enough of that. Anybody can put these ominous, creepy sounds in the background and make people believe these weird conspiracy theories. What I really want to get into is these comments on the video, and these comments are just cloud seeding to intensify the storm. What would anybody gain from intensifying a storm? This one is just like, what in the heck? They're going to make it turn left into the Big Bend, and it's going to take the same path as the last one. What? Another one here, geoengineering. I mean, you literally have people talking in circles on TikTok because of the fear that they have. Let's move on to the next video that is by the same content creator on TikTok.
Is the second moon causing these problems?
No.
We questioned if it was going to have an impact on our tides, but instead we seen a
Who questioned
Category
it?
4 that rocked
Who's
North
we?
Carolina and Tennessee.
Who's we? You know, these flight patterns that are there for the public to see, it's just not good. It creates so much misinformation. Let's go ahead and read the comments on this. Weather modification is the issue. Climate change is a thing. It's been a thing for some time now. Our government has been having an effect on us, but no matter how or what, I believe with the whole heart that we are experiencing birth pains. Birth pains of what? Here's another video that came across my feed.
We have had the technology to create, control, and steer hurricanes for decades.
Just had to pause that. Let's read the comments on this Project Cirrus or Circus. That was 1947. No telling what they are doing now. And that exactly what is happening to Florida now. Yeehaw. Well, there you have it. Helene was done on purpose. No, it's climate change. Everybody say it with me. Climate change. We are taking advantage of our planet and using more and more of its resources whenever it's not capable of doing it. It's legit common sense. It has nothing to do with weather modification. Now, these last two videos are kind of hilarious to lighten up the mood in my video. And this one is just a parody is what it looks like. It doesn't really look like it's real.
A terrifying creature was spotted emerging from Hurricane Milton just after it made landfall in Florida.
Oh my! You know what's crazy about these videos is they're always like a minute to 2 minutes long to meet TikTok's requirements to get paid. Let's move on to this last one because it's just hilarious.
There are people right now who believe that these hurricanes are engineered weapons.
And the only reason why they believe that is because election's right around the corner. So they believe that the election has something to do with these crazy hurricanes. As if hurricanes don't happen every year around the Florida area. Another crazy thing that come out of these two hurricanes was all the content creators showing themselves, which does make for a good documentation on the hurricane, but it is extremely dangerous to be doing that, especially whenever you're not an expert or you're a storm chaser. This isn't a Mr. Beast video. This is your life on the line. There's nobody out there like, my name's Jay, and today we're gonna be flying my boat right into this hurricane. If you like my content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get this thing going. But yet, there were content creators on TikTok that were doing that exact thing. But on the other hand, you had other content creators who are local to Florida, such as Moist Critical or Penguin Z0, essentially doing a live stream during Hurricane Milton and making a video about Hurricane Milton. So there are some content creators that were never really in any danger and didn't really see a reason to evacuate. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton were extremely devastating events. If you can and you were impacted by this natural disaster, seek as much help as you possibly can. There were a lot of homes taken away from families, and there were a lot of families taken away.
South in Fort Pierce in the Spanish Lakes Country Club Village, 6 lives lost after a tornado tore through mobile homes, in some cases leaving nothing but a field of debris behind.
So it is very important to be skeptical of this misinformation that is spreading online. This video serves as a purpose of informing people of these crazy conspiracy theories. But whenever it comes to natural disasters, please do the right thing. And if you're in a really bad area that is going to be impacted, do as much as you can to leave. Obviously, there are some people who could not afford to leave. Be considerate to the ones that are around you. Obviously, this misinformation that is going on online needs to stop. With that being said, this will be the end of my video. If you happen to like my content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you think about Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, and I'm out.